Hey there guys, it's Jeremy with the Level Designer, and I'm back with a new video. I know it's been a few months, but I had just some other things to take care of in my real life. But I'm at a great place to jump back in. And what we're going to be working on today is we're going to continue working on the Overwatch map that I started to make. So I wanted to revisit this layout that we have and kind of go over our process that we've already have taken care of on this map. So right here we have the Empire State Building, and that acts as one of the team's spawning points, and then the people from the Empire State Building is going to then go to the Times Square area, and the Times Square area is where the other team, the defending team, is going to spawn in. And what's going to happen is, if you're familiar with Overwatch, a map like King's Row is going to be basically what this map is, where at the very start of the match, you kind of have like a capture the point kind of game mode, and then after the capture the point mode, then whether the defending team defends the payload from getting spawned, they win. But then if the attackers capture the payload, then the payload will then go somewhere else in the level, and then the defenders have to basically stop the payload from reaching the destination at the end. So that's kind of what this map was designed for. And what we've done in the last few videos is we've really worked on building out kind of this first area of the map. But what I want to do is, and we'll we'll eventually get back to this area, I'm sure, but I want to kind of move on, and I want to build out more of these kind of narrow areas and whatnot. So excuse me, what I plan to do is I'm gonna move this over to my other screen so I can see what my plan is. And right here, I'm in Unreal Engine 5. We took this Overwatch map and we transferred it to Unreal Engine 5. So that is kind of what I want to, make this level on. So we have this starting area. Again, we have the Empire State Building, where the attacking team will spawn in, and then they'll come in through here, and then they'll go through kind of this alleyway, and we'll probably add some more buildings here, and kind of bring some of this to the street. We might even have like a little alley back here so they can come through. But the payload itself is gonna spawn, I would say maybe right here is where the spawn point is. And then it's gonna kind of go back down this. This is gonna be an alleyway. So that's something that we want to think about. Actually, hold on. I don't know if that's technically the alleyway or if this is the alleyway. This actually might be the alleyway because this is looking a lot like a curb. So what I might do is I might extend this out to the rest of the kind of the tunnel here, and then I will place in some buildings, and then we can I'll place some buildings in here, and we can kind of, this could be kind of a nice like, okay, this is the street. And what we might even do too is on these blocks that have a are the street, we might even change this to like a dark gray. So I think I'm going to do that. Just, it's always kind of nice when you're blocking things out to work with solid colors. I know it's something in this particular build that I haven't really been doing much of. But yeah, I think having the street itself would be a good kind of starting point. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the content drawer by control space. And again, if I kind of mess up on something with Unreal Engine 5, I'll try to make sure to go in and you know, just look up how to do something. But yeah, control space is how you get in. And I don't know if we have any, we don't have like a material folder, but we can definitely create that. So I'm just gonna say materials, and then we're gonna go into here, and then I'm going to create a material, and I'm going to call it dark gray street. I'm gonna go into here, and whoosh. Well, that is a pretty, it's a pretty gray street. Again, I'm not too familiar with nope. Okay, I think what I need to do though is I need to go into select. So right now I'm in brush editing mode. So if I go into select, whoa, I don't know what that was. Maybe, okay. Base color? I don't know, Okay, so this is one of those instances where I need to figure out, um, again, this is kind of what happens when you don't get into an engine for a while. But we will get there. Solid color material. I feel like this should know how to do this, but we'll just get it figured out. Okay, so I think I just need a vector 3 and vector 3? Huh. I forgot what, maybe, was it I don't remember really. Yeah, I think that's it. So we go in there and then we do base color, and then we have black right there. So I'm gonna change it to a more dark gray. Okay, we got that. Oh, oh. I don't think I saved it, but that's fine. Const 3 vector. I feel like I'm just getting kind of things back into the motion, so to speak. Hey, I think I did it. Oh yeah, that's great. I don't know if I'll, we'll have to probably fix the kind of the shininess of it. I don't really like how shiny it is. Yeah, let me figure that out right now. Shouldn't be too bad. Material. Shininess. I know that there's an actual term for it shininess, but I am just not kind of in the right headspace. Roughness. Yeah. Where's the roughness? Material? Roughness. I don't know if this is something that I need to... Okay. So roughness. I'm guessing for the material, I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on this, but for the roughness, would this be just... Let's say like integer? There's nothing popping up for that. Again, I haven't really worked too much with this, so yeah, I don't know. Let me figure this out. Parameter. Vector parameter? No. That's kind of what... I feel so dumb. Well, anyway, we have the color. I don't... Number... I mean, I don't know. I mean, 0, that's probably not going to do anything. Yeah, so... we'll just keep it at that, and I can kind of go back later and just fix the roughness, because I don't like how shiny that is. But I just wanted something to kind of show what the streets are. So I'm gonna go through and just kind of give the streets themselves a specific color, and of course this is like the... Oh, that's my mic. I was thinking about maybe looking at getting a new microphone as well. I don't think that would be such a bad investment. I know that there's a lot of people that have kind of those external microphones, so I don't know if there would be really any way for me to have some room to use something like that, but it's definitely something that's been on my mind, so I don't know, it's just a thought. And I'm sure that if I got an actual mic, it would make my audio quality a little bit more better. I'm gonna keep this square here because that's where the payload is going to basically spawn in. But yeah, I'm gonna start to really play around with. I'm gonna go back into brush editing, and I'm gonna really start playing around kind of with the entrance of kind of the payload area. So right now I have this curb, and I really want to... I'm thinking about extruding this. Local coordinate systems. Okay, well, just allow me to extrude. Thank you. And then, again, one thing that we want to make sure is that when we extrude with these, if we want to extrude with these geometry tools, we want to select the extrude tool, and then once you, get done with your extruding, you want to go back to edit, because then you'll keep extruding. So that's something that, I feel like I have a kind of good time remembering, but again, it never hurts because the last thing you want is to, mess things up. But yeah, again, I want to kind of just keep matching up what, things are. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this kind of corner here, and I'm just going to move it all the way down here. And again, I don't really know what this is I don't know. I just want to match this up with the tunnel. And I mean, I don't know if there's really any real world examples we can look at something like this for reference, because I don't think, even in New York City, I don't think that there's any like sort of like tunnels here, or tunnels are like this. Um, but these tunnels are kind of just, you know, they could be one of those things. And what we could actually do too is to keep in line with like the theme of everything. Is if we go to select, we can select this. Probably, what? Hmm, duplicate? Trying to think. Oh, I think I did duplicate it. I think I did. Yeah. So what I could do here is just go through and um, we could turn snapping off. Probably be better. But again, we can make another kind of like security perimeter. Again, this doesn't have to be like too fancy, but we want to kind of give just kind of an indication that's kind of easy to register for the player that they can't go somewhere. And again, this is kind of environmental storytelling, so let me go back into brush editing now that we have this in place, and then I'll go into moving, and we'll just expand this out. But yeah, it's kind of environmental storytelling where we are going to be like, okay, well, maybe the Overwatch team, or maybe there's like a bank a bank heist going on, which I kind of like that idea. I think that is a very solid idea. Um, there's kind of something that I'm not liking here, where when you see that the coordinate right here is not really lining up with the object itself. I think, yeah, there we go. That's, I think, what we want. So again, if you want to kind of work with, I don't want to work with something like that. There's this button up here, kind of next to the kind of the select object options, where you can switch it from world to local. So we'll change it to, well, we'll keep it on to the local because we want to kind of still manipulate these shapes. So we'll go in here, we'll pull this out, and that's good, but I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Because these two are sticking out. So again, what we can do is we can select this, and we go down, and we could keep it there. I don't really like that though. I think that that looks really corny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to extrude it. I'm going to extrude it just up to there. And yeah, and so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select this. And again, we kind of have some weird stuff going on where we have it kind of like V-shaped Or we can have it like that, which I'm still not a huge fan of. But what we're going to do is we're going to do that because it's going to be kind of the most logical. And we can just, well, we move that down, right? But we could also move this kind of back up. And again, it doesn't have to be like exactly kind of what... I mean, it's somewhere in here. We don't have to really worry too much about like the exact kind of location of this corner because it's going to be in another mesh anyway. And really, when you're actually building out like the you know, when you're building out the assets or your modeler is building out assets, things are not going to be this messy. This is just kind of for blockout purposes where we want to just really work on, yeah. Okay, so actually, and we have this red glowing one here, and then we have that right there. So we have kind of a nice little blockade that this tunnel cannot be accessed with. So yeah, we have this corner starting to take shape, but we need buildings. We need to yeah, it's kind of pointless to you know, not have your buildings and such. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to... I don't really want to... I want to try to see if I could just copy like an existing... Yeah, this would probably be the best. So again, I'm going to go into select and just select this. And I'm going to hit, I think Control W is to duplicate it. And let me just make sure. So we don't have to... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Again, this is a learning process. We are all learning together. So, let's try this. Or this. Control D. Ah, so it's not... I thought... What is Control W? That could be Blender. Again, sometimes I just kind of mix software up. So it's like... That didn't even duplicate it. What is going on? I just want to duplicate the street. Okay. Duplicate. Control D. There we go. I guess it's just taking a while. I don't know, I kind of feel like... I don't know if this is Unreal Engine or what, but it just seems a bit slow. I'm just like, oh gosh. But we're dealing with it. So I'm gonna pull this over this way. I might have to look at some of this stuff. No, it's good. I think that's a nice curve. I'm even going to... I'm thinking about pulling this though. So I'm gonna go back into select mode and I'm just gonna select the street. And I'm really just gonna pull it. I'm pulling it all the way up. Because actually, I'm going to pull it all the way out, and I'm going to kind of match it with kind of the edge. So that should be good. Because what I want to look at is I want to look at my map, and I want to kind of figure out, okay, where are the stops that I need to make in order to, you know, continue with this. So kind of looking at my map, it seems like the alley that I'm making this, it kind of goes right, kind of before the entrance, for the Empire State Building. So right now, I'll just kind of drag this into my view and kind of give you an example. So this is what I'm needing to build out, and to kind of keep with the overall scale of the map. I'm trying to figure out where this is. So right here we have some good indicators. So right here, we don't really have this built out yet, but we can work on that here in a bit. But right here, this is a solid kind of line that I'm seeing where you're exiting, and it's kind of matching up with this Metlife building that I want to kind of include and have maybe like a dip and go into like a garage or something. But right here is kind of, it forks to the right just below kind of this line that I'm drawing here. So that's something that I'm going to be looking for, and you know I'll put my line somewhere. So I'm gonna kind of go through, and yeah, I mean it's pretty. It it's pretty actually cutting close to like the underground tunnel. So it's not even really gonna go out this. It's not gonna be this out. So I'm just gonna go back here, and I'm actually gonna move up my camera speed. Um, Actually, I think 5 would be a better number. Yeah, I think that would be fine. So again, I'm going to go back into brush editing mode, and I'm going to take this side and I'm just going to pull this all the way back. And we might not even necessarily want to like have it, I mean we might want to keep some room just in case, but I don't even really think that we're going to have I don't know. I just feel like we're not really going to have much room for other stuff. So right here we have we kind of have this tunnel that I've built. And again, things aren't like exactly the same, but it's getting, we're trying to keep it kind of close. And I'm sure that Times Square doesn't look like this. But that's fine. This is a fictional New York City, so we don't have to, we can take creative liberties here and there, I feel like we've been doing. But anyway, I want to take a look and see. So we have kind of this line here, and this line, yeah, that's cutting it real close. But I think that's fine. We can do that. So I'm just pulling this way down. Actually, what I might do is pull this even further down, and what I might even do is I might make like a, okay, I think that's good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go extrude. I'm gonna extrude that. And then I'm gonna go back into edit, and I'm gonna select this shape, and I'm gonna select, I think I can only make like, we are going to play around with this. And this is gonna probably be really funky. That's fine. That is a-okay. Ooh. So what we want to do is we want to make just trying to make a good sidewalk, right? Is that so I'm just gonna kind of match it up with this, And then with this here, I'm going to go ahead and I want to use that other material. Oh, I think I have to go into select mode. So I'm going to add the material there, and then I'm going to extrude this. And I'm just going to start really just blocking out the, the street and make this alleyway. And I'm hoping that this will be something that, the thing we want to keep in mind is we want these to feel much more narrower, but we want to make sure that we give players kind of an opportunity to go into buildings and to, do other stuff. So, we're gonna really try to play around with, having the alley and then placing buildings really close together. But between those buildings, we want to, we don't want to just have a bunch of just blocks right next to each other. We want to make this feel really dynamic and a real place. So that's kind of the goal that we want to set for ourselves. So I'm going to go in and go back into brush editing, and as you can see here, I'm going to go and extrude again. And again, this is just kind of a general kind of shape. We want to kind of mirror what our mock-up for the map is. I have an itchy nose, excuse me. So the again, that's I just did the extrude again when I want to go into the edit. But I just want to take this there. And then once I do that, I'm going to extrude again, and then I'm going to extrude it and kind of place it right there. And then we're going to take this side and we're going to extrude it up to here. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to slide this down there. And then I'm going to slightly just move it down. And I want to give this kind of a little ramp that is going to kind of go down a bit. Nothing too bad. And then I'm going to extrude again. And again, this is just kind of a general outline path. We don't necessarily have to, keep with whatever. But I want to make sure that this is not... It's kind of hard to tell, though. I don't... Actually, I think that was... Yeah, I think that was probably straight. Yeah, when you extrude, I think it just extrudes straight. I don't think it follows any sort of, like, path. But again, we want to kind of keep looking from this, kind of from the top. So we have this going, going down, and again we'll add in a bunch of buildings and whatnot here. And then so this kind of square right here is gonna be this kind of area that's right next to the Metlife building. So the Metlife building, we want to... Kind of my idea for the Metlife building is, I'm thinking of like, And really the biggest thing that I've seen this in is like a game like Watch Dogs, where if you played Watch Dogs, there's kind of and you're driving around Chicago, there's these areas where you can like open up a garage on a building and you can just zoom down into the garage, and then you can like close the garage door behind you and there's a garage door in front of you, and then you have to open it up and you zoom out. So just like a straight like shot garage through like the bottom of the building. I don't think that that's something that actually exists. Um, but again, I think for that gameplay, it works really well, and I kind of mirror the same sort of kind of thing for the Metlife building, where it kind of dips down and it's a little garage area, and you have like just little areas where they could be closed off and there could be some side entrances, and because yeah, on these payload maps, there's kind of that where it's closed off, so I think that would be really great. um, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring the map back over to my side of things, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to extrude this. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over, and I'm just going to do... I'll just do like a small little... Oop, we'll move this down, and I'm going to do that. So... might even make it even further. I might expand it just a bit, because and this is something that we're gonna have to test with just the play, like moving the character around, but we want to make sure with like slopes and whatnot that players are not having too much issues going up and down slopes, because and I don't know if that's something that's really an issue with like kind of the out of the box physics that Unreal Engine utilizes, but we just want to keep that in mind, because there's nothing worse than having like a player character slowly going up a ramp, and yet you could probably tackle that many different ways. Probably the easiest way would just to be have your character just walk on uh, slopes better, but we're not going to do that in a video. If we come across that, then that's something that I will probably fix off camera and then just kind of go from there. But we want to go ahead and extrude, and this is going to be kind of the basement area of this building. And then we're going to extrude again, and we'll kind of try to keep it about the same as the... Oh, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing? Okay, so we're gonna go back to this, and we're gonna go to edit, and then we're going to move this up. Again, we might want to kind of go back a bit and really just kind of match this up a little bit more better. Might place it down a bit more and then out a bit more. Just, yeah. We'll eyeball it, and if it's not like perfect, we can always go back and change it again, because luckily this is a blockout. Excuse me. I'm getting up to 40 minutes. So, I'll continue to make some more of this. I think in about 20 minutes we'll end the video, though. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping up with the time. Go away. All right. So now I'm just gonna go through and I'm just gonna extrude this just so we have that. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of just I just want to lay this out a little bit more. So with this garage, and one thing that I think we should really look at is I think we should go into Google and really look at this building because it's a unique building, and it's one that I think a lot of people recognize. Um, so we have this Metlife building, so it's gonna be one of those things where we're gonna have it. We're gonna try to make it look pretty similar. The only thing is that it's kind of set up weird in our universe where in real life it's like the head of like a giant street, which I don't think that that's necessarily going to be the case for our game. We're going to take a lot of creative liberties with this building. But I still want it. So what we're going to do is and again, I've never been to New York City, so I don't really know what this is going to necessarily look like. But I've played games that were set in New York City before, and I am 100% sure that the base of this building is like it's like a building, and then it has like kind of the proper recognizable building on the top, and I don't even really know if this part of the building is this a part of the building itself, or is that like I don't even know. New York City is a very interesting place where I'm just like I'm so used to just the Midwest, everything being kind of separated out. So um, yeah, but you know what? Again, we'll take some creative liberties, and what what we're gonna do for this is I'm going to yeah, I'm going to add in a box like this. Did it not go in? Let me try that again. No? Oh. I've gotta... There we go. Oh my gosh. Can you stop, please? Thank you. So, I don't want that. I am going to go to... What? What is this? Ugh, seriously? I'm like trying to figure out like what the material for the box material, what is that called? Because this is gray and I don't really want the gray. Maybe if I like just got rid of it. Huh. Well, that is something. I mean, I do want I do want like the grid. But I'm not seeing it. So, yeah, that sucks. There we go. We just had to reset it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna really expand this out, but what I want to do is I want to match this up with the bottom here. And I'm gonna bring this all the way up. And I want to kind of give myself a head start, so I'm not doing a bunch of just weird. So I'm not doing a bunch of weird stuff. So what I'm planning on doing is I want to select this face, and then I want to go out to here. And I don't know how this is going to work, but we will try our best. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in another box on this floor specifically. And I'm going to go to subtractive. And what this might do is this is probably going to cut into like this right here, I'm assuming. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring this up to here. And then I'm going to go ahead and extrude this out. And I'm just gonna kind of line this up with the ramp itself. And I'm gonna try to do a thing where, you know, we won't have to worry too much about things cutting into other things. So I'm just gonna eyeball this. So that's kind of on the ground. We'll kind of pull that up there. And again, we're gonna just have to eyeball this the best we can, but we want to leave a spot where it's like the ramp is intact. And we might not even really have to worry too much about, you know, shaving off like the top part of the ramp, because this is all going to be, you know, we might even keep everything like up there too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build this out. So I'm just going to move this up to here. And I might have to go back into here again and nope, I don't want to select that. I might move down my camera speed so I can really get into here and select this. And then I think with this we'll want to extrude it. So we'll want to extrude this out and create a little opening. And then oh no, right here, I might even extrude this out a bit and make like a little corner. Just so, you know, you go in here and it's kind of just a little corner here. Just make it look a bit more interesting, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera speed back up to 5, and I'm going to just kind of... I should probably do the other side too. So, we're gonna go ahead and, we have this. But before we do anything with that, I'm gonna bring this all the way... Oh, that's not what I wanted. We will go back to that. We want to click on this face, and we want to bring this back over here. So we got that. Let's just take a look and just make sure that this is where we actually want it to end. Because again, we want to kind of move things over to like their joints, if that makes sense. I think that's good though. I mean, I think this is kind of the line here. Yeah, I can kind of see the line. I think it still needs to go back a bit. Okay. We do that, and then we will go ahead and select the shape, and then we are going to just drag this out to the side. We'll want to poke a little boop hole, a little hole for our little critter. This will be much bigger than a little hole for a critter, though. I will say that. Okay, so we have that, and then again, I want to extrude this. And I want to have this go and follow the ramp. So I'll just kind of just place it up there. Again, we can always move around and adjust things. It might be a bit hard to kind of eyeball things, especially with all this. But this is what makes like these grid materials really good. And you know, and I've been told in the past, like when you do blockouts and stuff, it's really, you really want to try to use like as much solid color as you need. But I don't know, like I feel like making everything a solid color is like one of the first steps after your initial blockout. Not that you can't color things out and still go back and continue to block things out, but I mean, something as complicated as this, I mean, it really requires you to really think about grids and whatnot. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna extrude another. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to, I'm gonna go into edit. I'm gonna select this. Again, we want to make sure that this is not broke or anything. I mean, it looks good. We'll just see what happens. So we'll just bring this out here. I'm gonna have it be back a bit just so we can just make sure that our tunnel is appearing on the outside of things. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like that a lot. So now, what we need to do is, well, we're going to. This is going to be kind of a large area, but we need to expand this all the way out. I'm gonna speed up my camera up to 5 again. And I'm just going to kind of just play around with this. And then, so we got kind of this tunnel thing going. And now the kind of the challenge is to expand all this. So we're gonna go through and I don't think there's a there is a way. So we're gonna select like multiple. I'm always nervous that like my computer is just going to just crash on me, and I don't really know why, but my nose is kind of getting a bit stuffy. Okay, it's not what we wanted. I want to just select that. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna try to select. Yeah, so again, we're not, that's not what I want to do though. I don't want to move it. I want to move the sides. I don't know if, do I have to? Okay, boop, boop. There we go. Just a bit of ingenuity is all it takes, apparently. So I'm gonna go, and we can kind of see like where this kind of ends up. So I'm just gonna really just expand this. So we got this going. So now I want to take a look at just this kind of bottom block area. So right here, I'm going to expand this out even further. And then I'm going to go and adjust the top of this here. And I'm just going to whoop. Just going to make that go up. And now I want to make like a roof. And that's going to be interesting. But yeah, we are going to do that. First thing is first though. Well, let's make the roof and then we'll see like what. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to select these and then I'm going to move these up. I'm going to check that's the global. So I'm going to move those up, and I want to... That's good. I need to go over here, though, and fix the... I need to fix the line here. So this one, I can just bloop, poke that out. And that should open that up there. So we kind of have this garage going, and this I'm going to lift this up just a tad. And this is probably going to be just really big, but what we'll want to do now is we can just play test it and see how it runs, and get like a sense of the scale. So we have this this beginning area, which is gonna be Times Square. We're gonna go and attack and get the payload, and we'll put a building here, and then we'll get something where we can go through an alleyway here, and this area might be blocked off a bit. Well, there's going to be buildings and another kind of barricade there. But we want to kind of guide the players to this area again. We just want to check the scale of everything. It seems to be pretty good. Buildings seem big. It might, like the Empire State Building might not even seem that big in real life, but I think compared to all the other buildings, it really conveys that that's going to be one of the tallest building. I really think so. So again, we want to keep things relatively small, and the Metlife building might not even really like be that high. So again, that's something that we want to think about. And we want to let's just check, because I haven't been through these areas in a while, so let's just check and see what these areas looked like. This is probably going to be the spawn area for the defending team, so they can come in here, and they got an exit there, they have an exit there, but they can go through and they can go up. And yeah, we can take a look, and we'll want to put some more buildings there, build that out. And then we haven't built that out yet, but we can go through there. We probably will want to do some windows on that side, so maybe we want to put some something there so people aren't going through. But now we want to check just kind of the area. So when the payload spawns, we'll want to go through this area, and I don't know. I mean, maybe Times Square doesn't seem this big. But we're pushing the payload. Again, this is going to be kind of where the payload is going to go. So again, it's not like it's that. It's not like it's that like long. And there's going to be other. I mean, this is going to be a more tightly packed area, but we'll probably put in some just kind of just alleyway things in here, I guess. I come to this giant garage, and yeah, I mean, I feel like the garage is a bit big. So we might scale it down, or at least like the entrances here. But we might keep kind of the inside the same size, because once you come into here, it kind of looks like a fun house. It's kind of disorienting too. But what we could do is we could put in some we just put in like some other walls, and then we could just create like some smaller entrances, so you don't even really have to mess too much with like these shapes here. We could just add in like another block, and then add in like just another kind of path that makes it a little bit more easier. But we just wanted to hollow out kind of this bigger building. So yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. This video has been going on for about an hour, so it's I think we're at a good stopping point. So I want to thank everybody for watching my video. I know it's been a while since I made a new video, but I'm hoping that I can create some more videos. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. If you have any questions, feel free to comment those questions down below. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe and catch me on the next video. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Oh, see ya.